Oh boy. So, I have decided to redo my entire action movie collection showcase, because I, one, forgot which film I stopped on because I had to put all the DVDs away, but also because I've picked up at least one title and I found the titles that I was missing. So this is actually going to be every single action movie that's not sci-fi or in another category that I own. And I've got a lot of these. I also have a lot of collector's sets. So I'm just going to show you the basic DVDs and Blu-rays, and then I'll get into the collector's set editions. And then I think next video will probably be my family films, or drama, or comedy. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to be showing these off and trying to show off the whole collection by the end of the year. So let's begin with some Tom Cruise movies, starting with 2003's The Last Samurai. This is one that I had seen a while ago. I was into it, one, because I like Tom Cruise as an actor, and two, I'm into sword fighting films. So this was kind of a random one that came out in 2003. I don't think they're really going to make a sequel to it or anything. It was fine. I enjoyed it. It had sword fighting, had that kind of thing. But then we get on to Tom Cruise's Paramount films, because he's been with the studio Paramount basically all of his film career. Like, a lot of the Tom Cruise action movies are from Paramount Pictures. Starting with 1987's Top Gun. Please excuse me if I'm wrong on the date. I actually don't remember when this film came out. But here is the disc, the 2-disc edition. I don't like Top Gun. There's way too much swearing in it for my taste. It's way too over-sexualized despite being a PG film. I know a lot of people enjoy it, but it's just not for me. However, I did check out Top Gun Maverick, which released in 2022, and this is a great movie. I watched the whole thing, and other people that didn't like Top Gun also said they really enjoyed this one. It's just a great film. I mean, it made $1 billion at the box office, which is something really unheard of for a Tom Cruise kind of movie. Nothing against the actor, it's just none of his films are really $1 billion, but Top Gun Maverick did it. And there were rumors a while ago of a Top Gun 3, and you know what? I'm not sure if I want them to do one, but if they do, I hope they do a good job. Alright, whoops, hit my desk. Next we have 1994's The Firm, starring Tom Cruise. It said this film was also by someone else, a film by Sidney Pollack or something. I think I read that wrong. This is one I haven't seen yet. I had a copy of this, or actually, no, I was going to watch this, and then I ended up not, and I just haven't watched it yet. I picked this up at the Goodwill in Chico, though, so that was pretty cool. Next, we got the entirety of the Mission Impossible series, 1 through 7, starting with the special collector's edition of the first film, which I really like. I find this one enjoyable. I haven't seen it in a while. I think I only saw this one once, but it's a good movie. In fact, there's missing footage from the film that's only in the teaser trailer, which is included on this. And, of course, the teaser trailer when it originally came out. But, no, there's some missing footage from it, and that's pretty interesting to me. Or kind of interesting. It's a great film, though I will say that the artwork definitely makes it look a lot more exciting than it actually is. This isn't the best of Mission Impossible, I would say. It's the Growing Pains. It's the first film they did. Then we have Mission Impossible 2 from 2000. And this film I picked up at the Goodwill in Chico. Mission Impossible 1 I picked up at the Goodwill in Reading. And I'm going to be honest, I love Mission Impossible 2. If not love, I really enjoy it. I know it's terrible, but it's still fun to watch. Like, it isn't unwatchably bad. It's just, this is not what Mission Impossible is bad. Like, it definitely is a early 2000s movie. It is pretty dumb, but I do enjoy it, and I have seen this one probably 3 times. And then I have J.J. Abrams' Mission Impossible 3, the special edition. disc. And yeah. It's basically the standard one disc edition that you can pick up, the most common one to find. But they just split it onto 2 discs, the bonus features and the movie, so you get higher quality. I didn't know that, so I just kind of rebought it. But it's fine, you know? Whatever. I like having the special editions of things. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I need to get a better copy of this with the 3rd disc. But I'm actually thinking about maybe just getting a Mission Impossible film box set once they're all done. Like a Blu-ray box set that just has all of them. So I have all the bonuses possible. But I do own this, and I do enjoy Ghost Protocol. I haven't seen it ever since the first time I watched it on a road trip. But it is a good one. And the building climbing scene is really where the franchise kind of got its reboot. And this one was directed by Brad Bird, I believe. And then we have Mission Impossible 5, Rogue Nation. In fact, speaking of Mission Impossible, the trailer for Mission Impossible 8 is heavily being rumored to come out on Monday. And I am so excited for it. I am so excited to see what they've been working on. But here's a little booklet. Here's the standard Blu-ray edition. I had to order this off eBay special because this is actually a pretty hard one to find. There's also a steelbook, but I don't have any of the films on steelbook. And I don't think I'd want to. Honestly, steelbooks cost so much money. Especially nowadays. So, yeah, I have Mission Impossible 5 in just a standard 50-pack from Target. And then I have Mission Impossible Fallout. This one I got at Half Price Books. I don't remember which Half Price Books. I think the one in Dublin. Whoops. This is a great film, though. Like, well, I don't know if it is. I haven't seen this one yet. I haven't seen Rogue Nation or Ghost or Fallout. I don't know why. I just haven't. I've been nervous to. But I think the time will be when the 8th one's coming out. Just watch all of these before it. So that'll be pretty fun. And you got a little collectible book thing, which comes inside. And then Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. For some reason, this comes in a really weird case. Like, the artwork's different than most editions. So I don't know what happened there. But it seems to be the right thing. So I'm just keeping it because I want to get the film on Blu-ray anyways. And then I'm just going to put the DVD in the Blu-ray case. Sorry. Then we have the Jack Reacher films. These are more Tom Cruise action movies, starting with the first one. And I know nothing about these. I just kind of picked them up because, hey, it's Tom Cruise in an action movie. Don't know if I'll like them, however. Yeah, there's a little pamphlet. And then here is Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Obviously, I don't think these were that successful because they only made 2 of them. But, whatever. You know, they exist. These were done by Christopher McQuarrie, I believe. That's who directed them. And he's the one who did Mission Impossible 5 through 8. So he did Rogue Nation, Fallout, Dead Reckoning Part 1, whatever the 8th one's going to be titled. And I will say this. I actually like that the first 4 Mission Impossible films were all by different directors. And I think it's kind of disappointing that all of the films after that, while they've been the best, are all by the same director. Because with the original trilogy, at least, you have the first film, which is kind of just setting up, spy kind of movie, like an actual spy mission film. Then you have over-the-top, John Woo-style action, slow motion. Then you have really, really dark, but getting into the stunt thing. And then you have the kind of the reboot, where they actually stopped calling these Mission Impossible 4, 5, 6, etc. But you've got, you know, Ethan Hunt with new team members, and it's just kind of a higher budget, and it's got this different feel to it. And then all the ones after just kind of stay with the same director. That wouldn't have been my choice, I don't think, but, I mean, then again, if they were successful, why not? Alright. Indiana Jones. The first film, Last Crusade, or, sorry, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Starring Harrison Ford. This is a great movie. I have not seen this one in a long while, but it is a very good film. Last Crusade. I have not seen this one. I've not seen any of these in a long time. But I can't decide which one's my favorite of the trilogy. It would have to be between this one or Raiders of the Lost Ark. I can't put Temple of Doom there. I can't. I don't like that film. In fact, I only recently got a copy of it only because it came with the other two films in a steelbook case. So, that's the only reason I own Temple of Doom, but I don't even watch that one, really. I've only seen it once. Here's the bonus material. This is actually pretty interesting. Has interviews with Steven Spielberg and the rest of the cast, or the film's cast, for all three. And it also has some interviews with George Lucas. It's a pretty cool collector's DVD. Bonus material disc, I guess. And then here's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Do I hate this movie? No, I honestly don't. It's not that bad. Honestly, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. The plot's a little weird, but whatever, you know, it exists. Here's the disc, and here's the bonus disc. And I do own another copy of this in a collectible set. And then I have the Karate Kid films, the Karate Kid 1 through 3, and the next Karate Kid, which, what do I think about all four of these films? Honestly, I like all of them, mostly. I actually like the third one for the story it's trying to do, of Daniel getting motivated to be more vicious, be more brutal. Like, oh, that's how he can actually win, that's how he'll actually get the things he needs. Like, I really like films that take the main character and put them up against themselves. So yes, the film has a villain, but it also has this plot line of him having to make the right decision. And I like that with Spider-Man 3, I like that with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I really like that. But here's the 3-disc, you know, standard. Then Karate Kid Part 2, the story continues. And I got this at the Goodwill in my hometown, which was actually really nice. I paid a really good price for this. And then this is Karate Kid 3 and the next Karate Kid. I will say this. The film has Hilary Swank, the next Karate Kid. So it's interesting for that reason, because this was one of her first films that she did, I think. But honestly, some of the action's good, but it feels like a TV movie. It really is not the best. I don't know why they went ahead and did that. I don't know why they didn't just stop it or do a fourth one. I don't know what made them think, hey, let's do a reboot of this only like 4 years after the trilogy concluded. I have no idea. But it does have Mr. Miyagi in it. Anyways, here's Karate Kid 2009 with Jackie Chan. And this film is supposed to get a trailer at some point. Not this film, but the reboot with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for karate action. And I haven't seen Cobra Kai. I've heard some good things about it. It's hard for me to get into television series, but here is the pamphlet, the DVD, and the Blu-ray. I actually like that they do that, where you can actually see, like, artwork. Like, if I take out the disc here, you do have artwork on it. I like when they put in that extra effort. And it's something you don't see enough nowadays. Like, sure, they'll put in a ton of effort into the edition that you can buy for, like, $40. But for just the standard edition, no, they'll give you the bare minimum, and it's kind of sad. And I can't get it back in the sleeve. I did pick this one up on a trip, actually 2 different trips. I had the DVD copy, and then I picked up a Blu-ray copy when I went to Mad Monk, Rasputin's, earlier this summer. Yeah, I picked up a Blu-ray copy, but it didn't have a DVD inside, so I just moved the DVD from my other set. Alright, and then we got some Harrison Ford movies, but first we've got Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. I got this at Goodwill. It is a very random film. There's only one of these. I don't know why this exists, but it exists, and I own it. Alright, then we got Harrison Ford action movie, starting with Air Force One. You could even argue that this film is a thriller, like a political thriller kind of movie. Honestly, it kind of is. It isn't very action-packed, but I just have it in here. Yeah. quite a interesting movie. And yeah, pretty cool little fold-out thing. This was released by Sony Pictures, I think, in 1998. So, you know, one of those action films with Harrison Ford. But like I said, it's not really an action film. Whatever. I own Harrison Ford movies. He's a great actor. Next, we have Clear and Present Danger, the widescreen collection edition. I need to get the other one that he's in. I can't remember the name of it, but I think there's another one that you can get with this, like if you buy this at Walmart. And then we got Firewall, the widescreen edition, single disc. I do have another copy of this film, but it's in a Harrison Ford film set. And yeah, here's Firewall right here. I haven't seen this movie yet. It's on my watch list. I have so many films on my watch list. But here's that 4-film Harrison Ford collection. Presumed Innocent, The Fugitive, Firewall, and The Mosquito Coast. And I really like The Fugitive. That's a really good one. And I want to get a copy of it, like, on its own. Not in the set. I want to get a copy that I can just display on its own in my shelf. And then we got Speed, the 5-star collection edition. The Keanu Reeves film from 1994. This is a pretty cheesy film, but it's honestly also pretty fun. I saw this for the first time a couple weeks ago, about a month back, and I enjoyed myself. I thought it was fine, but it does get pretty dumb around the third act. It gets pretty cheesy and honestly kind of isn't the best, but it's way better than Speed 2, Cruise Control. Why does this movie even exist? This film is so boring and so dumb. And not in a funny way, this film is genuinely boring. I don't know why this exists. Then we have Ben Affleck in Paycheck. This is a Ben Affleck, Aaron Eckhart, and Uma Thurman film. And I can't remember who directed this. I feel like it's someone... Oh, John Woo. Okay, then. That's going to be interesting. He did Mission Impossible 2. Yeah, I'm curious to watch this one and see how over the top it is with the slow-mo and everything. But I'm very excited to watch this at some point. Then we have The Odyssey. This is kind of like a sci-fi television series. Fantasy, I guess. I don't know why I didn't put it with the others, but it's whatever. My bad. And then we have the Bourne series. I have all the Bourne films here. I have the Bourne Identity. The Bourne Identity, the alternate cut, which has a different ending. I've never seen the alternate cut. Like, I need to watch them back to back. But I really have this because I'm a completionist, and I like to have different versions of the same movie. And obviously this has extended scenes along with the alternate ending. Excuse me, sorry. Then we have The Bourne Supremacy. Whoops. And all these films star Matt Damon, by the way. Well, except one of them, and that one didn't do very well for it. But no, here's The Bourne Supremacy. The Bourne Ultimatum, which I need to open. I've actually never opened this, and I got this, like, over 2 years ago, almost. Yeah, I just never opened it. I have seen this film. I watched it on streaming, but I do need to unwrap it. The Bourne Legacy. The one with Jeremy Renner. Nice black disc with silver lettering. And then Jason Bourne. I think this is from 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I thought I read somewhere about 6 or 7 months ago that they might want to do another Jason Bourne movie. Whatever. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't just make a separate franchise, but hey, I guess they want money. Then we have the Romancing the Stone films. Romancing the Stone, obviously, and then Jewel of the Nile. Whoops. So here's the first one, which I quite enjoyed, and then here's the second one. I haven't finished it yet. Yeah. rated PG. And then I have all the Oceans films here. And I have Oceans 8, the prequel. Nice red disc. Enjoy the color. Then I've got Oceans 11, the full screen edition. Then I've got Oceans 12. All of these I bought, by the way. All of these, 11, 12, and 13, I bought because I found them at a Rasputin's Music for $2. That is the only reason I probably bought all these films at the same time, because they were so dang cheap, and I was going to pick them up at some point, probably. But here's Oceans 13. And I've never seen any of these films. I don't know if I'll like them or hate them, but I do own all of them. And I thought there was going to be a reboot at some point, or did that get canceled? Anyways, let's see. Next, I've got Young Hercules, the random Universal sword-fighting Hercules film. I've never seen this. I know nothing about this movie. It is 1 hour and 33 minutes long. I don't know why this film exists. I don't know the production history behind it. I just found it at the Salvation Army, and I thought, hey, it looks cool. So I bought it, even though it has a few scratches. And then I have Hercules, directed by Brett Ratner, with Dwayne Johnson. And this is a terrible film, but it exists, and I own it now. And that is going to be it for part 1. I have shown you all of these movies, and I still have all of these movies to show you. And then, like I said, who knows what's next? But after I show you all these movies, I'm going to show you all the collector's editions I own of these movies. Because if I'm showing action films, I've got quite a few action film collector sets. Alright, thanks guys.